calling it a love song.
What is up, my awesome gemstones? It's Mary Gem and I'm back with another video, and today's video is going to be on what makes you attractive. Okay, so we have 3 piles here today. Okay, wait, this is bothering me. Let me just put it in the middle. Okay, yeah, so 3 piles here today. Let's get straight into it. 18 plus, all the vibes. So pile number 1 says, I know you'll stay. Yeah, it's actually really cute. Pile 2 says gel. Pretty. And pile 3 says mini love. Gimme love, gimme love, and I know. Comment down below if you know who sings that song. So yeah, these are the 3 piles. Pick whichever one you would like to. Take a moment, a deep breath, and yeah, let's get straight into the video. What is up, my awesome gemstones? It's Mary Gem and I'm back with another video, and today's video is going to be on what is it about you that makes you attractive. So yeah, let's just get straight into the video. No long intros. I love you loads. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like a personal reading, my details are down below. And yeah, excuse me if my eyes are red or something. I just finished like an 8-hour shift, so but yeah, anyways, so let's get straight into it. I love you so much. Thank you for the likes, comments, subscribes. I love you. Okay, so pile number 1, you guys chose the I know you'll stay card. Okay, if it can focus, I know you'll stay. So what I'm busy hearing immediately, you know, just looking at the card, it's talking about trust and assurance. So I feel like what makes you attractive is that people are able to lean on you. They're able to put their trust and faith in you, and it's a nice feeling when you know that your love is reciprocated. I feel like you offer a type of requited love that a lot of people have been seeking in their lives. I feel like people are able to build a home in you. I feel like what makes you attractive is honestly just like this soulful energy that you bring to a room. I feel like there's this like big bright energy just surrounded by you, and like whenever people are in your energy, in your presence, it's even blinding to some people, you know. But then it's like it feels invisible because I'm saying it's blinding, but like it's blinded by like moonlight. Like it's not a sun, but you're so bright. Like the moon is fucking bright, you know. I feel like people talk about the sun being bright, but the moon is bright too, you know. It's so bright that it lightens up all the darkness. And I feel like that's kind of how people would describe your beauty. It's mysterious, you know. I feel like it's something that you have to look at really hard. And I know maybe that doesn't sound like a compliment, but it's this thing where I feel like at first glance your beauty is so covered up, you know. Maybe you're someone that's very conservative, maybe you don't even feel like you are attractive, maybe you have a very low self-esteem, or you cover up your beauty. Maybe you wear really long clothes, maybe you don't show off your body. Maybe you're that type of person, but you have this like Virgo Capricorn rising energy where it's like your beauty and your attractiveness, your handsomeness, you know, whatever gender you are, it's covered up, you know. I feel like it's covered up by, I don't even want to say a mess, but it's just covered up. I feel like your beauty's covered up, and it's like you're a diamond in the, what did they say, in the works, I don't know, but it's like when you're picking at a rock and then you keep picking and picking and picking and picking, and then you see there's a diamond. Like I feel like that's the beauty that you hold. It's something that a lot of people might not notice at first glance, but when you really take the time to like notice just like the small things you do, and like how you really do put so much time and effort and energy into so much things, I feel like it's a type of beauty that's stunning. And not stunning in the sense of like an adjective for being beautiful, but stunning as in too stunned to speak. It leaves you like speechless, you know. Like it makes me want to recite poetry. I feel like your beauty and your attractiveness is something that can only be encompassed and comprehended in poetry, because right now I feel like I can only speak in strings of words and poetry. Like, it's making me want to do some slam poetry right now. Like, literally, I feel like I need to look up like the most beautiful poems and like say, this is you, like this is what makes you attractive. It's something that only certain people are able to express, and that certain people are able to see. Because, you know, if you're a writer, I feel like writers write things that people, ordinary people, feel, but they didn't know how to express it, you know. But anyways, I digress. It's really beautiful. Okay, so Spirit, what makes pile 1 attractive? Also, I'm busy using the tarot of sexual magic, and I feel like it's kind of ruining the vibe, because I was like talking about how soulful and beautiful you are, and then we have like these sex cards. But you know, this is an 18+ reading, so let's get straight into it. Okay, Spirit, what makes pile 1 attractive? Ooh, okay, let's see. We have the Magician card that came upright, okay? So I'm going to talk about physical traits, and I'm going to talk about the non-physical traits as well. So I feel like when it comes to maybe like your your masculine features, I feel like that's what makes you really attractive. Where you could be someone that's feminine presenting, but you have a very masculine energy, a very masculine presence. And maybe you're someone that's trying to appear more feminine, but you are naturally very masculine. And it's this energy where I feel like I could relate to this card. Like when I was younger, when I first cut my hair, I remember like I felt like I was being perceived in a very masculine way, and I would overcompensate it by, you know, liking pink and trying to over feminize myself, until I realized that you know, there's divine masculine and there's divine feminine. So if you're struggling right now with your divine masculine energy, or if you've been neglecting your masculine energy, I think Spirit is saying that now's the time to enhance it, because that's what makes you so attractive, you know. Once you enhance those masculine features, you know, your broad shoulders, your body, you know, your facial hair, your nose, your eyebrows, your looks, just how you look at people, you know, I feel like it's not a bad thing, especially if you are a woman or if you're just feminine presenting. I feel like a lot of people try to run away from their masculine side if they're feminine presenting. And I feel like a lot of masculine presenting people try to run away from their feminine energy. So of course, fit this to how it resonates to you. But don't run away from your feminine energy, from your masculine energy. Let it coincide, let it live together, let it coexist, you know. Because I feel like that is truly what makes you so attractive. It's when you let your feminine and your masculine energy coincide. So yeah, it's really beautiful, you know. You really have the ability to be attractive, masculine presenting or feminine presenting. And also it's Pride Month this month. This is a timeless reading, but it is Pride Month. So if you are gender fluid, I feel like that makes you so fucking attractive, because you can be like, or like if you're androgynous or non-binary. Honestly, if you're just part of the LGBTQ, you're just automatically hot as a fuck. The allies, y'all hot too, okay? So yeah, Spirit, what makes pile 1 attractive? We have the Two of Pentacles that came up, right? Honestly, I feel like this makes sense. So we already have air sign energy, Aquarius, and then we have Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. So yeah, I feel like that could be your rising, and your sun could be like maybe Gemini. So yeah, I feel like how you come off is always different to how you actually feel on the inside. So maybe sometimes you feel a bit like dissociated from how you come off to like how you see yourself. It's like I can see you looking in a mirror and like seeing like yourself, and then looking in the mirror and then like seeing it completely like a stranger, you know. So I feel like Spirit is also saying fall in love with yourself, you know, because with this card you can see like this guy creeping up on the girl. But honestly, I feel like it's just your masculine energy creeping up on your feminine energy. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Your masculine energy is what makes you so attractive, honestly. Spirit, what makes pile 1 attractive? It's your masculine energy. It's when you're in your divine masculine and feminine energy. It's when you allow them to coexist, okay? We have the Fool card that came upright. So the Fool card talks about starting new things. It talks about being adventurous. It talks about someone that is kind of just going with the wind, going with the flow, and like they're not afraid of anything. Like anything can come in their way and they don't even care. And I feel like what makes you attractive is when you have this carefree energy. I feel like when you're not really trying to focus on your looks, trying to focus on what you're wearing, trying to focus on like, even growing or improving yourself. I feel like while you're busy healing, the stages of when you're busy healing, that's what makes you really attractive, you know. I feel like when you're waking up and like maybe you're getting ready to go out to like a night out on the town or something, I feel like that's not your vibe. But let's just say, for example, you're getting ready for a night in the town. I feel like the process of you getting ready is what makes you attractive. It's the process of you trying to improve yourself physically, mentally, and spiritually. That's what makes you attractive. I feel like when people see your effort, when people see you being effortless, when people see you even at your lowest trying to get to a higher point in your life, that's what makes you attractive. I feel like when people are able to see that you don't know what you're doing, you know, because you could maybe be in a really high position right now. You could maybe be like, I don't know, like a manager, a boss, a lawyer, a doctor, but I'm seeing you being in a position where it's like people fear you maybe. You could definitely be really intimidating. And when it's like when a teacher messes up, I know when I was in primary school, or like when people are in primary school and their teacher makes a mistake, it's kind of like, what? Like, what? Or like when you see your teacher in a grocery store, you're like, what? Like, my teacher has to buy groceries? Like, that doesn't make any sense. And it's like, you forget that like they also have to like live their day-to-day lives, and like they're people too, and they make mistakes. And I feel like when people see you making mistakes, when they see you just living your ordinary life, it's attractive, and it's a beautiful thing to witness. Because yeah, like I remember there was this, oh okay, there's this agent in BoJack Horseman. I'll insert a photo, but you definitely remind me of her. She is so beautiful. Oh my gosh, she's one of my favorite characters. But yeah, she's a manager. But I remember there was this scene where she's like a go-getter. She's just someone that's always put together. But then when she went home, she was wearing sweats, and she never wears sweats, or people never see her in sweats. And she was busy eating like noodles. Okay, I don't know how to describe it. But then BoJack saw her, and he was like, oh, what did he say? I'm gonna insert the quote now. I honestly forgot what he said, but I think it said, it's terrifying seeing people as they are because it breaks them, or something like that. I don't know. And like even this my Mr. quote, yeah, where it's just like feigning ignorance and that type of stuff. It's just beautiful. Okay, it's a lot of beauty. So that is what I got for pile 1. Let me know if you chose this pile. Honestly, I feel like this energy was amazing, completely different. I did not expect any of this energy, but I'm not upset with it at all. Let me know if it resonated, let me know if it didn't. Also comment down below other video suggestions, and yeah, let's get into the next one. Pile number 2, you guys chose the Jal card. Okay, so I will, okay, wait, if it can focus, this is the Jal card. So I'll insert a photo of Jal. She is someone from Skins. She's really beautiful. Let me just, I'm sorry, I have pins and needles. Ooh, sorry guys. Okay, I had pins and needles. But yeah, she's honestly really beautiful, really attractive. She's POC, so maybe you could be POC as well. POC is a person of color. You could be honestly any skin tone, but I am seeing like maybe like lighter skin, or even like really dark chocolate skin. It's just like skin that's very like how can I say it, like pigmented, like a glowy, doughy, I think that's the word, doughy skin. Okay, you also could have braces, and that also makes you really attractive. You could play instruments. You're really smart, and like I'm seeing you hanging out with people that are like completely different to yourself, and I feel like people find you so attractive because you give them the time of day. I feel like a lot of people are mean in the world. A lot of people don't really take the time to be friendly and nice, and I feel like you do. I feel like you take the time to maybe like, when you're at a grocery store, you greet your customer, you greet the cashiers, you greet people on your way, you smile at them. I feel like you try to, be nice to your neighbors, treat love thy neighbor as you love yourself type vibes. Okay, there's this energy where when other people wouldn't take the time, you take the time. I feel like you're someone that gets over invested in your relationships, and I feel like it's a beautiful thing to love someone more than you love yourself, even if it's not the right thing to do. even though you should always love yourself more, even though you should make sure you are your first love. But there's something beautiful about suffering for art and suffering for what you love, even if it isn't the most healthiest thing. You know, when I feel like a lot of people have their own things that they have to deal with, a lot of people have their own toxic traits, and in some lenses it can be seen as beautiful, and others it can be seen as tragic. But it's like, you know, Shakespeare plays where like it's tragic and it's depressing, but we love it and we quote it and we learn it in schools, you know. So yeah, I feel like what makes you attractive is, yeah, your overinvestment. I feel like it's when you really put the time and energy into getting to know someone and like making sure you give it your all. I feel like when you care about someone, you really care about them. I'm hearing that you don't ask for much, you know. I feel like you're always just giving and giving and giving. So it's important that you also allow people to give to you. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for more, you know. Like I'm getting that what was that guy who was like, can I have some more please? Obviously that's not funny, but you know, don't be afraid to ask for more, you know. Don't be afraid to ask for more, asking for what you deserve. Like, it reminds me of that quote from The Perks of Being a Wallflower, where the guy was like, you accept the love you think you deserve, you know. But yeah, what else am I getting? You could have blonde hair. Like I'm getting like the Bieber flip thingamajiggy. I'll insert a photo. I don't know what it's called. The Bieber haircut, you know. So yeah, Spirit, what makes Pal 2 attractive? Ooh, okay. We have the Knight of Swords that came up, right? This is a very sexy card. So I feel like, honestly, shit, man. What makes you attractive is when you're having sex. Okay, I feel like when you're having sex, you are so fucking attractive. And when you call yourself sexy and when you say the word sex, I feel like when you speak to people, you have a very naturally sensual voice. I feel like when you look at people, you naturally have this like seductive look. I feel like naturally you have a lot of like, okay, it's this energy where it's like nobody should over sexualize your body, but I feel like you have a very sexy body. Okay, so obviously consensual, but I feel like if you allowed someone to like sexualize your body, my dude, they can start with your ass. They go, it's like someone saying, like in Boy Meets World, the quote was like, if I had to dream up the perfect woman, she wouldn't even come close to you. And like in a gender neutral sense, it's like if I had to dream up like, you know, my soulmate, they wouldn't even come close to you, you know, like, you know, like you're above that. It's like when someone says like, tell me why you like me, and it's like, my dude, I could literally write a poem about you. Like, let's start with your toes. Like, we can start with the physical aspects, okay? Let's talk about your hair. Let's talk about your luscious lips. Let's talk about your seductive eyes. Let's talk about your sensual voice. Let's talk about how you sing to people to sleep. Let's talk about how caring you are, how nurturing you are. This definitely has, like, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, you know, this nurturing energy. When you take care of people. I feel like when you let people... Because I feel like you're surrounded by a lot of people that, like I said, that you... on the daily wouldn't give the time of day, when it's like you wouldn't. Oh wait, someone's calling me. I'm sorry about that. Okay, my sweet loves, I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, anyways, what I was basically just trying to say is, yeah, I feel like you give people kind of like the time of day. I'm really sorry if I was busy telling a story. I forgot where I was. But yeah, it's just this energy where you give people the time of day and the energy that they wouldn't usually get, you know, on a normal day-to-day basis. I think it's just when you give that extra smile, that extra love. It's like when you give that extra little bit, and I feel like that's kind of you. Like, what makes you attractive is that little extra bit that you put in, you know, in people, in yourself. Spirit, what makes Pal 2 attractive? We have the Six of Cups that came up, right? Okay, this is so beautiful again. I feel like people have such fond memories about you, and honestly, that is so attractive. I think it's quite beautiful when you're able to think back on things and people and places, and it's just like everything, how can I say it? You know when they say like, yeah, you never realize how much you appreciate something until it's gone. And I feel like that's something that people find attractive about you. It's like they never really I don't want to say they didn't appreciate you, because I feel like they did, but I feel like the people that you've lost in your life, honestly, they put you on a bit of a pedestal. I feel like they really see you as someone where it's like they really did lose, like, you know, the one that got away, where it's like they have fond memories of you and they know that like shit, like they should have treated you better, you know. And I feel like what makes you attractive is that it even makes the people that you hang out with want to be better people, because like I said, I don't know why, but I'm seeing you hang out with people, I don't want, they're not lesser than you, because there's no like ranking and stuff, you know. But I just think it's more about low vibrational people, or people that just are completely your opposite, you know. Maybe you're like a water sign but you always hang out with air signs, or you're a earth sign but you always hang out with air signs. Yeah, I'm seeing like you hang out with air signs. Guys, I'm sorry, air signs are always problematic, but I love you. Love y'all. But yeah, I feel like, or you could be a fire sign always hanging out with earth signs, you know. I feel like you're always hanging out with your opposites. So I feel like you make your opposites want to be a better person, and I think that's really attractive when you're able to, when you want to be a better person for someone, you know. I feel like you should be a better person for yourself, but shit, I mean, if you make someone want to be a better person, that's pretty powerful. I feel like you'd have to have a really strong hold and connection and importance in their life for them to like want to change and want to be better. And I feel like you hold all those traits and characteristics. Spirit, what makes pile 2 attractive? We have the Devil card. Again, this is toxic energy, okay? I feel like what makes you beautiful is that you don't run away from danger. Like, you remind me of Lana Del Rey. There's this energy where when you look at danger in the eye, you could definitely be a Leo. You could be really powerful. Aries, Leo, or Sag, 100%. Maybe your Mercury or your Venus could be in a fire sign. And it's like, yeah, or you could be a Capricorn, yeah, because I was getting earth sign energy a little bit. So, yeah, I just feel like you don't run away from danger. You don't run away from things that most people would run away from. I feel like things that seem scary, you kind of are like into it. Maybe you have like a job where you have to really get into the nitty-gritty. You even could be like maybe a tarot reader or really spiritual, and like you work with dark magic and people find that so attractive. Where you just like your job's really hard, or I feel like your life's really hard, and kind of like you let it kind of like shape you in a way that's like beautiful. It's like shards of glass, and it's like, yeah, I feel like, I don't know why, I would say like you're as beautiful as like shards of glass, you know. Or like, you know, in I forgot what culture it was. I think it was in some part of Asia where they said like they had like these bowls, and if they were broken they'd fill them up with gold to show them that even if you're broken you can still be beautiful. And I feel like, I know it's cliche, but I feel like I want to say that about you. Sorry, I need some coffee. I was gonna say caffeine, then I said cafe. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I got for pile 2. I really hope the video resonated. I love you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, pile number 3, you guys chose the mini love. Not gonna lie, I look like a bit of a mess right now. Very sorry about it. I took a break from filming pile 1 and pile 2, and then I just came back and I was like, let me finish this pile. So yeah, anyways, pile number 3, yeah, you guys chose mini love. So let's get straight into it. Honestly, I'm already getting a lot of energy. My earrings are busy irritating me. Okay, so what I'm busy getting from pile number 3 is that what makes you attractive is kind of like, first I could say maybe you have freckles, or like you have like a lot of like discoloration on your face, or you could be someone that like picks your lips or something, or like you might have like a thing where you pick your eyelashes. I'm not sure what it's called, but like you pick your hair or something. And I know that's not something that people would usually say is attractive, but I feel like people can kind of see your disorders or something. People can kind of see that maybe you are neurotypical. And I'm not saying it as like a fetish or anything, but I think what makes you attractive is that people are able to see your quirks. People are able to see kind of like, I want to say, the shitty side of you, which makes no sense, but I feel like what makes you attractive is kind of when you get to the point where there's no return. Like, I'm busy hearing, like, when a cancer loves someone, but cancers are known, okay, in general, but let's just say cancers, for example, but cancers are known to be loving, caring, protective, emotional, but they also allow people to walk over them. But then when they get to a point where they don't want that to happen anymore, all hell breaks loose. Same with Sagittarius, Aries, and most people in general, you reach a point and then it's kind of like you lose your shit. And I feel like I want to say what makes you attractive is when you get hot. I feel like it's when you finally choose to stand up for yourself. I feel like you could be someone that's very timid, maybe. Maybe you're very quiet, very introverted, but there are times when you are passionate about something and then you just spew on and on and on about it. And I feel like people find that so attractive, It's like when an introvert finally just like starts talking and talking and you're like, what? Like, they're so interesting, like, who would have thought? And I feel like people get that energy about you where they wouldn't expect you to open up. They wouldn't expect you to explode. They wouldn't expect you to, like, yeah, open up. Whether that means exploding, whether that means in a I want to say negative or positive, but it's just whether it's in an explosive way or whether it's in just a little bit like of a crack open. I feel like when you open up, even if it's like I said, by means of like a hammer and hammering something open, or like opening something up like a beautiful little something, I feel like when you open up, that is what makes you attractive, So yeah, there's this energy where you don't let people in that much, but when you do, I feel like it's something that's really important and really beautiful and really attractive, There's this protective energy that you have around you as well. And I am getting some Aquarius energy. You also could be non-binary. I'm hearing like LGBTQ vibes. And like I want to add a picture of Minnie and Frankie because they are so cute. They should have been canon, honestly. Yeah. So Spirit, what makes pile 3 attractive? Spirit, what makes pile 3 attractive? Ooh. Okay, so we have the 3 of Pentacles that came upright. Okay. So I feel like what makes you attractive is, again, about when you let people in. I feel like when you allow people to see, like I said, the sides of you that you wouldn't really want to show other people. Like, I just feel like the sides of you that you probably don't like at all. Like, maybe you are really insecure about your anxiety, your depression, you're insecure about maybe certain disorders you have, you are insecure about certain disorders that you have. And I feel like when you show that to people, when you show that, like, that side of you where it's like it's unhinged. I don't want to say it's crazy because it's not. It's natural, but when it's authentically being yourself, I feel like that's what makes you attractive. Like, okay, I'm gonna mention blood. Hopefully that doesn't. I'm gonna mention period blood specifically, but like I'm hearing like you being on your period and taking your tampon out and like waving it in the air and showing everyone, I get my period, I bleed, and that's normal. Like, I'm hearing activism. I'm hearing you like saying, yeah, I fucking bleed out of my vagina or some shit, sometimes out of my ass, hemorrhoids. I'm sorry, but yeah, like I'm hearing, like, as weird as it sounds, but like, shit, people like it, I feel like you have this, like, I don't want to say tomboy vibe, but you have this energy where it's like, you tell people, yeah, I shit, I fought, I buff. There are times in my spiritual journey where I have setbacks, where I'm not always healing. Sometimes I'm self-destructive. And I feel like people love that about you. They love that you mess up so much. You could be someone that's always trying out new things. And maybe, I don't want to say you're not good at them, but I feel like you always give things a try, You always will be like, you know what, I'll try it. And I feel like you maybe mess up sometimes, but I think it's about how you are able to handle it, you know. I feel like you handle it with grace, you know. I feel like you tried a bunch of things and you aren't a sore loser, you know. If something doesn't work out, you move on to the next thing, and people can really appreciate like your growth mentality and your growth, like how much you've grown as a person, you know. I feel like you used to be really toxic maybe when you were younger, or like yeah, like in your past you used to be toxic and now you aren't. Now you're more focused on healing, and I feel like people find that so attractive that you were able to kind of turn your life around. What makes Power 3 attractive? Okay, we have the Ten of Swords that came upright. Yeah, this is so beautiful, you know. Like, this is a picture of a woman busy crying. She's vulnerable, her breasts are open, and then she's looking at a picture. Well, there's a picture in the background of like two lovers, and like that's probably her lover. And it reminds me of this conversation I had with my brother where we were talking about how social media and media in general, you know, movies, told us that love is something that's you need to die for. Love is something that's own, like it's consuming, in the sense that it gets toxic. And looking back on certain movies, you realize that actually it is toxic love and you don't actually want to strive for that. Like specifically How I Met Your Mother, like, you know, Ted Mosby, where he was like, because I love her, and just because people call you crazy and you want to give up, and when they tease you apart, that's when you don't stop, especially then, because if it wasn't, then it isn't love. And I feel like love isn't just dying for someone. Sometimes love is just, you know, walking away from someone. And I feel like what makes you attractive is that you were able to look back on your past and realize that, you know, you messed up on certain things, and I feel like you took accountability for it. And there's nothing more attractive than someone being able to admit that they're wrong, being able to admit that, you know, they need to do better, someone trying to turn their life around, someone trying to be a better person, you know, every single day. And even if you feel like you aren't making any progress, you are. And I feel like people notice that, they can see you trying. I feel like on the days when you have your episodes, I think that's when people truly see you as you really are, because sometimes people can see you as this person that's like unbreakable, someone that doesn't have any feelings. But when you do really open up, when you do start crying, when you do break down in front of people, that's when they find you really attractive, you know. Because I think a lot of earth signs can be seen as being cold-hearted, like Virgos. If you've ever seen a Virgo cry, I want you to know that you're special, and that's a once in a lifetime thing, because I don't know if I've seen a Virgo cry before in my life, and I have a lot of Virgo, okay, I have 2 Virgo friends, but yeah, I've never seen them cry. So yeah, when they do show that emotion, but like I remember the first time I saw my Capricorn friend cry, and I was like, it's, or even my Aquarius friend, it's like, it's something special. And you know that it means a lot because they know that you're not someone that opens up that much. You're not someone that would just cry and break down. So when you do, it's not even attractive. I think it's just, it is, but it's more like it's, wait. Sorry, it is attractive, but I was gonna say that it's vulnerable. And vulnerability is sexy. Vulnerability sells. I'm kidding, but you know what I'm trying to say. Spirit, what makes Power 3 attractive? Okay, we have the Queen of Wands that came upright. Okay, your authenticity, when you're being who you truly want to be. And I feel like how you see yourself and how you express yourself really coincides. And I feel like people just love seeing you as you are, you know, as your fiery self, you know. I feel like you're naturally someone that's like, the thing about this card that I'm getting, and like your energy, I feel like you have times where you break down. I feel like you have times where you're toxic, but like for the most part, you're fucking amazing. And not that you're not amazing when you break down, but like for the most part, you're the Queen of Wands, you know. You go after what you want. You know, people like you, you're popular, you go after things, you are ambitious, you're passionate, you're driven, you're kind, you're sensitive. You know, it's like Virgos will have their points where they break down, and it's like, you know, they're very analytical, very self-critical, and like I said, breaking down. But for the most part, they are analytical, they're smart, they're reliable. And I feel like the thing about you is you're good. You're a good person, you're good at what you do, you know. and there are times where you mess up, but you take accountability. And I feel like you need to know that you do more good than harm, and I think that's good enough, you know. That's all you can do. You just have to try and be a good person, right? Spirit, what makes pile 3 attractive? We have the Emperor card, literally. This is Aries energy, so you're giving off a lot of fire sign energy. You could definitely be an Aries, Leo, or a Sag rising. You are in control. You are an emperor, okay? People see you as being fiery, in control, a boss ass bitch, a boss ass motherfucker, you know? Someone that knows their shit, someone that's smart, someone that is going to do a lot in their life, someone that's an emperor, someone that needs, someone that, you know, it's like that quote where they're like, lift your head, darling, your crown is falling, your tiara is falling, you know? They know that you are an emperor, a queen of wands, whatever gender. Spirit, what makes pile 3 attractive? Interesting. We have the Temperance card, but it came in reverse. Like I said, I want to say your breakdowns. When you break down, let me know if this resonates, because that's what I'm busy getting. What makes pile 3 attractive? I'm going to pull out one more card. What makes pile 3 attractive? We have the Hierophant. It's when you listen to yourself and you allow yourself to breathe. Like, I'm hearing this other quote where this guy was talking about, the question was, what is the most painful thing that you've ever been told? Like, comment down below if you chose this pile. But yeah, and this guy was like, probably when they told me that my dad passed away. Their dad passed away. And he said that what helped him through that was his psychiatrist said that it's okay to lose your mind. It's okay to, that's something that will make you lose your mind, you know. That's something that would make you get to your breaking point. But what's important is that you come back, you know. Breakdowns are normal. Like, shit, guys, we're going through a pandemic. Life's a bit fucked right now, right? As long as you come back to yourself, that's what's important, and you always do. And it's more than being attractive. I think it's a message. I think it's empowering, and it's giving Emperor, it's giving winning, it's giving 2022 is your year. This is a timeless reading, but it's giving, okay? It's giving what it needs to give. I keep saying one more card, but let's make one more, okay? What makes pile 3? Ooh. Shit. Guys, not all these cards coming out, okay? I asked for one. I feel like you're busy watching this and you're like, tell me more, tell me more, tell me more. And I'm like, wait. Okay, if you want more, you can get a personal reading. Details down below. Spirit, what makes pile 3 attractive? Okay, we have the Lovers card, okay? It talks about loving all aspects of yourself. Your dark side, your light side, your feminine, your masculine, and choosing, making a decision, and your decision-making skills. That is what makes you attractive and beautiful. Who you choose to love and how you choose to love, and your love languages make you attractive. How you show love and how you love yourself is attractive, you know. Maybe when you love yourself, you pamper yourself. It's beautiful, it's attractive, okay? So that is what I've got for pile 3. I really hope the video resonated. I love you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!